Been a while since I've been on ARK. I wonder what's going on. Oh. Okay. So 1 week ago from when I'm filming this, Snail Games, who pretty much own Wildcard, who then again owns ARK, uploaded a trailer for a brand new ARK DLC. Most people were probably pretty excited at first glance of the name Aquatica, which promised something a lot of ARK players have been wanting for a long time, which is an underwater map. But the second you click on the trailer, everyone got met with immense disappointment. Snail Games decided that it was a good idea to upload a 100% AI-generated trailer of the new DLC, and not enough with that, they also used an AI-generated voiceover and probably AI-generated text to go with it. Needless to say, the trailer looked absolutely dreadful, and pretty much the entire ARK community was confused and angry. You can see this poll here I put on my channel that already kinda shows what people think of this new Aquatica DLC. So you know how everything I've said so far is pretty bad? Well, this is just the beginning. ARK Aquatica will not even release in ARK Survival Ascended. Instead, they will release it in ARK Survival Evolved. You know, the game they said they weren't gonna release any new content for? Like, why? What's the point? Well, most likely it's something money related, as ARK Survival Evolved has more monthly players than ARK Survival Ascended, which is supposed to be the new and improved version, but instead, it's just a big mess of unfinished and unpolished content. I'm getting a bit off track here. Let's get back to Aquatica for a second before we continue with anything else. The day before the Aquatica trailer dropped, even Wildcard, on the official ARK Twitter account, distanced themselves from the project and made it clear that it was Snail Games' project and not theirs. Which was pretty easy to see anyway when the trailer dropped, as even if you don't like Wildcard, you have to admit their trailers, they're pretty dang nice. And this one, yeah, not so much. Another funny thing, the CEO of Snail Games also tried to say that they didn't know that the marketing team was gonna make a fully AI-generated trailer, which is even a lie or just incredibly unprofessional. Both sound like Snail Games, so, you know, it could actually be either of those two. Either way, as you can see in the background, they also released another teaser for the DLC that shows more gameplay, and I still have to say it does not look good at all. And I very highly doubt that I will ever buy this, but that is also mainly because I don't want to support this garbage and greedy behavior. Alright, so that was pretty much all I had to say about Aquatica. Now let's move on to ASA as a whole. The new original DLC has finally been fully revealed with an incredible trailer animated by Mappa, who also animated the last season of my favorite show, Attack on Titan. And to be honest, it was super sick. The trailer was very cool. The concept sounds sick, so I will give them credit for all this, even though it's not very ARK with vampires and stuff from what I've heard. But it still looked cool. It was sick. The map, the design, yeah, it was cool. I will give them that at least. But I still have some gripes. I watched Bitmore Dave's video on this as well, and I agree fully with everything he's saying. So it's frustrating to see how much new content being added to ARK Survival Ascended when the game still has so many unresolved issues. While new features and expansions are exciting for players, yeah, everyone likes it, the core problems that have been present forever now, like performance issues, bugs, server instability, etc., all seem to be getting overlooked in favor of pushing out more new content. This is not what most people want. Why do you think over half of the ARK community is still on ASE? Look at the Steam charts. I'm not lying here. I can put it on the screen now. There are more people playing ASE than ASA still. So yeah, I don't know. And to be honest, most of the ARK community probably still can't even run ASA properly. Most of them are probably actually stuck on ASE. And I think most people, especially in the PvP community, do prefer everything about ASE over ASA, especially when it comes to PvP. Maybe PvE players have more of a different view on it. I'm kind of mixed between PvE and PvP, so I do prefer some things on both sides. But yeah, to be honest, all in all, ASA was unnecessary. Let's be honest, it just was. They could have updated ASE instead of making a brand new game, because this new game has way more problems than the old game had. With my PC, I can run almost any games on max graphics and 60 FPS, but on ARK, well, yeah, not so much, not even close actually. I would much rather them put way more focus into fixing what's already in the game instead of pushing out a bajillion DLCs and premium mods. I'm not a big fan of the premium mods in general, but I think it's okay enough if it's 100% optional. But that's the thing, there are premium mods that aren't really optional. There are some premium mods that give you an advantage on official unmodded servers like Pyromanes and Dreadmeres. Like, especially the Pyromanes when the center dropped, it was horrible. They were so overpowered, and you had to pay to tame them, you had to pay to open their inventory, you had to pay to ride them. So even if your teammate tamed one, it wasn't enough. Everyone had to have one, which was, yeah, very horrible, and I've already told my opinion on this many times, but no one liked the Pyromane. It was absolutely dreadful. Let's be honest here. Everything has gone very downhill with ARK since ASA was released. They have gotten way more obsessed with paid content like premium mods and DLCs instead of trying to fix the very broken game they have given us. I love ARK. I will always love ARK and what it's done for me. That's why it's really a shame to see the game get treated like this. The game we have now is barely even recognizable from the game we had when ARK was at its peak, and to be honest, not in a good way. All the new paid dinos, like the disgusting Pyromanes and Dreadmeres that you have to pay to even be able to ride or access inventory. One of the biggest concerns lately has been the introduction of paid dinos to tame like Pyromanes and Dreadmeres, and it's just frustrating to see creatures that were once unlocked through gameplay now locked behind a paywall, pushing the idea that players have to spend extra money just to experience certain like basic aspects of the game. Everything about what they're doing nowadays just feels like one big, juicy, disgusting, greedy cash grab. And it's a big shame to see the game going in this direction, because as I said earlier, I really do love this game and I really do care for this game and I want the best for it. But I'm just seeing more and more people getting kind of just fed up with all this, and yeah, it just sucks. But yeah, instead of continuing to add meaningful content to the base game, it seems like they're prioritizing monetization over creating a more engaging and polished experience for their dedicated player base. And I guess they're trying to like branch out with all these Power Ranger DLCs and stuff, but it's just not really working, is it? ARK Survival Ascended runs horribly for most people, but it seems like the developers are very uninterested in fixing the game at the moment and are more focused on monetization as mentioned previously. So many players and content creators alike are quitting the game, and for good reasons. I would recommend you to go check out my friend Bitmore Dave's video on this as well, and I agree with pretty much everything he says in there. And yeah, that was pretty much everything. Rant over. Have a great day.